Hey there, fight fans. Welcome to Fanside, Naija. Now, it's all about the big fight coming up on Saturday, the 21st of September. It is the biggest fight in the world on that particular day, as you have two juggernauts, two titans, two big, massive punchers talking about AJ Anthony Joshua challenging Daniel Dynamite Dubois for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the world. Lots of records being broken on that particular night because for the first time in the history of British boxing post-World War II era, you're going to have over 96,000 boxing fans screaming and singing Sweet Caroline live at Wembley for this momentous occasion, as it's part of the Riyadh season as well. Now, Wembley, a hallowed ground for sporting activity, especially in the UK. You have all the FA Cups, the Charity Shields, and the Carabao Cup finals up in that place. But also, some of the big and best boxing nights has also happened in that lovely arena or stadium, I should say. Then, as well as you're having this part of the Riyadh season, a big shout out to Turkey Ala Sheikh, His Excellency. The guys from, proper boxing will call him Double Turkey. A big shout out to him on that one. Also, big shout out to Adio Ladipo, who is championing the cause for, African sports journalists on the international stage. He is British, but he does have a Nigerian heritage. So big shout out to him on that one. He has been the man that has been organizing, in terms of the press conferences, the face-off, and most likely will be in the ring post-fight, whoever will win the fight. So big shout out to you, Ade. If you don't know him, please give him a quick sub on YouTube. He's a fantastic sports analyst and a sports journalist as well, and also a dear friend of mine. Let's see, what else should we talk about here? Okay, we have Frank Warren, all right, the owner of Queensbury Promotions, the guy promoting, Daniel Dubois. You also have Eddie Hearn, the CEO of Matchroom Boxing, the guys who have been promoting AJ since day one for over 10, 11 years now. And it's interesting to see how both of them are working together now. But before now, they were not, best of friends. But let's flip the script to the fight itself, the tale of the tape, if you will. Now, of course, as you know, I'm going to start off with the challenger, talking about Dynamite Dubois, and he's an interesting case because he had a bit of question marks about his heart. People thought, okay, this guy doesn't have heart. Don't forget those two losses he suffered at the hands of Joe Joyce and Alexander Usyk. And people wrote him off and this guy is all talk and is all brawn and no sense, so to speak. And he proved everybody wrong. Comeback victory against Gerard Miller. He had to win that fight. Yeah, you can say, well, Gerard Miller was off it. He wasn't in his prime. He wasn't as fit as he could possibly be. But it doesn't matter all the same. Then he went on to have that incredible showing against Hrgovic. The detraction to that is the fact that perhaps people said he took too many right hands to the face. But I'll say this. Did he win the fight? Yes, he did. So that makes him the winner. It's boxing. You get punched in the face. That's normal. It's part of the sport. Two good comeback victories for Dubois. And many might argue and say in terms of quality opposition, they may be better than that of AJ Anthony Joshua. But let's just run through his, tale of his tape, his record. He's 27 years old with 21 wins, 2 losses, of course, to Dubois, to Usyk and Joe Joyce, 19 KOs. He's 6'5", and he has a reach of 78 inches, which also means that he is orthodox. So he is a fighter to look out for. He can be very deadly, but he's a very, very dangerous fighter. On the flip side, let's go to the boxing pride of London, talking about AJ Anthony Joshua, who is, for us here in Nigeria, is a source of pride. We love him so much because he also has, that Nigerian root and heritage. Listen, he's the face of boxing in the UK. He is a British face of boxing. Now, you can argue about Tyson Fury. You can say, Fury is the face of boxing in the UK, but AJ has also brought so much attention to the beautiful, sweet science. Now, let's talk about the tale of the tape for Joshua. Obviously, he is, 34, going to 35 years old, if not 35 already. He has 28 wins, 3 losses, of course, to Ruiz, and 2 to Alexander Usyk. Then, of course, he has 24 KOs, 0 draws. He has 31 fights, obviously. 77% knockout ratio. He is 6'6", 1 inch taller than Dubois, and of course has a 4-inch advantage in terms of his reach, and his stance is orthodox. Now, the thing about this fight is that obviously AJ obviously is the favorite, but just due to the fact that he has experience. AJ has been here before. In 2016, that fight against Klitschko knocked him out. You know, against in I think about 80,000 that particular night, or over 80,000 that night in Wembley, where he became the superstar that he is today. As for Dubois, this is his first time at the big leagues. He says he's ready to step up. According to him, he says he's ready to get up in class. But the question now is, AJ is a different beast, a different monster. And quite frankly, I would be leaning towards the Nigerian. Obviously, I am Nigerian, so I'll go for my countrymen. But I would go with AJ, and it's going to be a 7th round stoppage against Dynamite Daniel Dubois. And I'm not saying that Dubois is not going to put up a good fight. I mean, one of the reasons why this fight is so, will I say, interesting is because people feel Dubois could knock out AJ. And it's a possibility. It could happen that night. But I also remember the sense that people had pre-fights before AJ fought Wallen. People were like, Wallen's a tricky fighter. Wallen took Tyson Fury to his limits. Wallen may just actually beat Joshua. And then Joshua made Wallen look like an amateur. The same thing with Ngannou. Wow, Ngannou more or less, quote-unquote, beat Fury, knocked the champion down, and most likely would knock AJ out. Fury Ngannou has superpower, and then Joshua knocked him out in 2 rounds. So everybody seems to go in with the doubts doubting Joshua, and this is due to the fact that perhaps what's that fight he had against was it Ruiz, where he lost to Ruiz, and of course the 2 Usyk fight. People are like, oh, he's gun shy. His performances against James Franklin, I think, and also Helenius. And people forget that Helenius was a last-minute replacement for Dylan White. So there are many factors going into this, but the fight itself on Saturday night, I'm going to go with AJ for that one. I feel AJ is going to knock out Dubois in 7 rounds. Now, you don't have to agree with me. You can have your opinion, but I strongly believe that the man from Watford will get the job done. So let me know your thoughts. Who do you think is going to win this fight? Is it going to be AJ, Anthony Joshua, or is it going to be the IBF champion, Dynamite Daniel Dubois? Of course, he won that title when he beat Hrgovic in that particular fight last time out, and he was given the title. Obviously, he didn't win it in the ring. He will be hoping to defend it and have a proper coronation, but let's see what happens. Bye for now, guys.
Hello, sportsman. This is your boy, Bike. Wadalo, you know what it is. So I know you have been enjoying our videos. You know, the things we have been giving you, the contents is hard work. We ask you to please like, try and subscribe. Chin.
Like, share, and subscribe here on Fanside.
Listen to me. I'm going to consult the gods on your behalf. You don't know who you are talking with.